Hello and welcome to Ask Zia, the weekly series created and brought to you by Interbridge, your online platform built by the players for the players.
Hi everybody, this is Zia. Welcome to our weekly session of Ask Zia, where you get to ask me as many questions as you like and I try and answer them. Today's question is from Irving, and it's a very difficult question, but first, why don't we listen to it?
So my question is the most important question that you can ask Zia about bridge. It's about the future of bridge. Anyway, my name's Irving. I play bridge in London. So how are we going to get these young people interested in bridge? How are we going to get them away from their computer games? I'm just sad really to think that this game is going to die out if they don't get introduced to it in the right way. So Zia, what's the right way to get these young people into our game? Thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay, now Irving, you've asked a question that is so difficult and complex to answer that I really don't know where to start. First of all, I totally agree with you. Our game is dying. But having said that, it's dying more in some countries than others. If you look at the figures and the percentages, certain countries, the game is prospering. I would say Poland, Holland, France are examples. In England and America, no. I think this is mainly to do with the organization. When I go to France and play a bridge tournament, apart from the World Championships, I find them held in lovely holiday resorts, not too great or tiresome a bridge schedule during the day. I can take my family, we can go out to eat in the evening, they can play golf or swim or whatever in the daytime. It becomes a family experience. In England and America, the practice is much more bridge in places that are not really particularly nice resorts where you don't really want to go. So I would say the first thing is to change the attitude of the organizers in some countries to make the experience more family-oriented and more friendly and more happy. That's one. Having said that, that's only part of the reason. If those people who follow cricket remember, a few years ago, cricket was dying very quickly. The organizers looked at it and said, what can we do? And they changed some of the formats of cricket to make something called 20-20 cricket, 50-over cricket, which is far more exciting, where the purpose is to score as many runs in the earliest possible time. Now, that formula, I believe, can also be adopted by bridge. Bridge today is a slow game where often the spectator can't follow. There's no large prizes like there are in poker, which attract people's attention. So I think in some forms of the bridge, they should look at changing the rules. Maybe a Grand Slam, instead of getting the 1,500 or the 1,000 points that you get at the moment, it gets double. So it's more tempting to win Grand Slams, which becomes more exciting. Today, if you double opponent for penalty, you get 200 for the first trick and then more as it gets on it. I think you should get more for the first trick because that makes it more judgment. Now you have people doubling for one down. Now, these are radical thoughts, and I'm not saying that my answers are perfect. I'm just saying that unless the organizers take a quick and a careful look at the format the game is and how it attracts spectators, I agree with you, and the game will start to die, and that's very sad. Finally, I do think one thing can be done is that young people today are all onto their phones and iPads and computers. You need to find a way to form a simple form of bridge which they can play on their handheld devices. Once they can do that, a simplified version of bridge, they do it a little bit on FunBridge. It's a thing that then they can follow up and continue with and become a little bit more interested in. So it's a complicated subject. Irving, thank you for asking the question, but it was too difficult for me to give you a definitive answer. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed your weekly dose of Ask Zia. For a chance to put your question to Zia, you can join our WhatsApp group, details for which can be found at intrabridge.com. Thanks and see you next week.